Whee! Back you. What's this? Oh, some cobwebs. There's some enemies around here, though. These ones. What's happening? Hello? Oh, you have a beehive.
You, this take an invitation. Oh, I am.
What the fuck just happened? Invitation. I killed some bees and I got invited to something. By the queen, which sounds like Queen Bee stuff. Oh my god, I'm gonna be Beyonce. Alright, we'll do that mission later on. Is this a fast travel point? It is. I'm still discovering stuff, guys. I'm still discovering stuff. I've been everywhere on this map. It's just that question marks don't show up unless like you're very close to them. So like you will miss stuff. And I've been through here. I just never went that way. Ow.
Beneath me, sustaining all life. Air around me, inspiring all life. Fire above me, infusing all life. Water within me, soothing all life. Bring deep peace to this sick.
You have no right to be here.
Hello?
Do you really
Pretty
think
lady?
you can cleanse the great Cromlech with your filthy soul? Pathetic.
Who do you think you are? My soul will do just fine, arrogant wretch.
You'd know a thing or two about arrogance, wouldn't you, Dressed? I see you haven't changed one bit.
Oh, they know each other.
Knowing my name doesn't give you any right to claim familiarity with me.
Oh, I know more than just your name. After all, you once called me your little sprout. I was only a child when you left, but I remember you well. I remember the pain and sadness you caused. I even tried writing to you, begging you to come back, hoping it would make everything better. How stupid I was.
Iona, is it really you? The gods, what have you done to yourself?
Me? What have I done to myself? No, this is all your fault. And you shouldn't put any faith in this one, unless you want to be stabbed in the back. It's just what he does. He ruins things. My life, my mother's life, for whom we're all just a means to an end.
Hey, dear.
How on earth did you, of all people, escape the Child Conclave? Why did it have to be you, you worthless traitor?
No matter what you think of me, I will not apologize for surviving.
You bloody well should. He killed my mother.
Oh.
He used her, stole her knowledge, and then made her into a showpiece for him and his druid friends to gossip about. And as if that weren't enough, he brought the Red Priests to our home.
That's nonsense. I would never.
Nonsense? And how do you think they found us? The druids wanted nothing to do with my mother until you came along. But instead of being celebrated, she was vilified. The other druids detested her for merely existing. She led a very lonely life, until Drast came along. He was the first one to approach her as a fellow druid, curious about her achievements. Except that was also—
It wasn't. I swear.
Shut up! I wanted to be like my mother. to stop feeling so helpless. But I failed the ritual. I was too angry, too desperate, and too focused on getting revenge on my so-called stepfather. It quickly overwhelmed me. I ended up like this.
Foolish girl. Your mother was exceptional. Just because you're her daughter doesn't...
If only you were there so I could ask you, but you weren't. What difference does it make? The bastard mother was hurt when the Red Priests came. Sadly, it does, but there's a different way to do it.
Oh?
I managed to salvage some of my mother's work about the rite of passage. She believed that a failed ritual could be completed with a human...
Don't do this. Please. You can't let her. There must be something else that can be done.
Oh, you care now. Pathetic. You can stop pretending, Dressed. I don't mean you.
Yeah, fuck it.
I knew you'd understand. I hope you do too, Dressed.
Oh, they want me to fight.
I feel odd. Like I've lost something. When I was in the Cromlech, everything around me was so It did. Just like my mother could. She had a gift. I hate to admit it, but it was Dressed who encouraged her to continue her studies. She hadn't been, well, before he showed... No, of course not. He deserved it for taking advantage of my mother, for betraying on... He did make her happy, at least for a little while. Did he even know what happened to my mother? I've become what I always wanted to be. Not unless I'm willing to be hunted and vilified. Mostly I feel... I'm not sure. I'll stay here for a while, and I'll take care of Dress. I'll never forgive him for what he did. Still, I can't just leave. It should be, but I'll make sure all... It wasn't just me, you know. The ground here was steeped in vile energies. They must have resonated with my anger when I tried to... That might even be one of the reasons I failed. I'm glad to hear that. I promise I won't waste the chance you get.
All right. Well, I wasn't expecting to sacrifice the dude, but is what it is. All right, so this mission's up here. Alright, so I sacrificed the dude, released a tree lady, and saved the Cromlech.
There goes another chance to join the guild. Instead, it just caused a mess I couldn't even clean up my... The Alchemists Guild, of course.
I'm part of that.
But who cares? Apparently, I don't challenge myself enough. Yes, you can just... What I'm trying to... Now that's... All right, fine. That's not entirely unfounded. Wait, you're telling me that you killed the legendary wraith he was so desperate to hunt down to prove his worth? Ha! And who's I apologize. That was uncalled for. As a healer, I shouldn't laugh. Congratulations, by the way. Whether you accepted it or not, it's an honor. Oh, now that's just fantastic. Another... I guess I'm doomed to stay here, curing hangovers for the... Maybe I'll find... And there's still the mistletoe. I think it has a meaning, and I might be getting... The alchemist, but who...
I don't know if I read any of these. I wish it told me. Does it tell me? Hold on. I don't know. Black Tar Prophecies. Alright, I guess we're gonna go kill the queen bee. Do you have anything to put away before I continue here? Yeah, I can throw some stuff away. Spear away. Well, let me check that bow out real quick. Thunderous bow 55 to 59, 16 to 17. Damn, not that good. I really lucked out by finding this bow. I don't even know where I found it. I wish they fixed the menu for the stash, because I really need to see what stuff is. I really don't know what I'm clicking on. Sometimes I can tell from what it looks like, but most of the time I can't. I need it fixed so I can see what I'm looking at, what the price is, what the weight is, stuff like that. I need to see all that stuff. There's two things I want to check. This is the beach that we washed up upon. I want to go back here real quick. The peninsula over here. As well loot y'all. Take everything you got. Search that. Oh, these are these guys. Do I have enough material for this? No. Do I need this in my actual inventory? Rose, sage, and a feather. I definitely have some of those things. I still don't have sage, do I? I need to go find... Okay. I forgot this All Mother's Blessing thing over here. Okay, I want to go over to this right here. This is where that weird vendor was, if you remember correctly. He's still here, it looks like. Oh. It's iron ore.
I hope you found what you were...
Alright, I want to click on this. Now that I have Excalibur. Ah, yes! Tomb of Sir Lancelot. Oh, baby. I was wondering, since we have Excalibur now, can I click on these? There's another one that we can go click on. Alright, baby. We're in the Tomb of Sir Lancelot, one of the Knights of the Round Table. Wow. This is kind of gorgeous. Damn, I might not be able to fight these guys. Yeah, killed me. Okay. Well, that's what that is. These guys are strong as fuck. Wasn't expecting that. All right. I'm actually gonna exit. So we know this is here now. We can come back to it, and I will come back to it. I was just curious whether or not that would open it. All right. So yeah, we got an ass kick there. That's all right. I don't want to waste my time doing that. I can come back to it later when I'm stronger. But we know that's there. I want to go to the other one as well. Is a rock I can mine? Kind of look out of place. Where's the fast travel point around here? You know, isn't there an enemy around here? I swear to God, I've seen a video of a enemy around here that's chilling. I don't know if he's in this part or like the past the gate. But he's kind of just chilling in a corner, sitting. And you can talk to him and then fight him. I don't know where he is exactly. I've been watching some videos on like tips and tricks about this game just to see if I'm missing kind of like any kind of functions that like that have been glossed over and like I just did not notice. So I've been watching those kind of videos and like since I'm kind of in the end of this, I'm at the end of this region, I'm like might as well watch a video on this region to see like, hey, what was I missing? Can I go back and get some stuff, you know? But yeah, I know there's one guy that you can fight fairly early on. Just don't know where the hell he is. Yeah, I don't know where he is. Again, I don't want to waste my time. Where am I going here? Trying the bear, yeah. These guys. They're in here, but I just don't remember where in here. Oh, right here. No, not here. Wait, were they in here? I actually don't remember where they are. Fuck. There was another set of guys. No. The spire. The spire. Where the fuck's the spire? The arch spire, right there. The spire had them. There they are. I'm curious where it goes. We'll see what happens. If we get our ass kicked again, we'll just leave. And yeah. Thing is, I can unlock these things now. These are only two that I know about. I don't know if there's any more than that. This is like a spirit realm as well. Attacking me. Oh, missling. No, that's why it's all misty. Weirdness is a purpose in and itself. Operation within or through the weirdness requires no explanation, simply becomes and then it is. The weirdness is a field of fulfilled potentialities where anything can happen, things beyond imagination. The only limits are our minds and understandings. It takes shape according to our will, our emotion, and our thoughts. Interesting. We got some like lore behind the weirdness in this area. I don't know if there's any loot though. That's why I'm like running around. Just the midpoint between the far simpler human reality and the timeless kingdom beyond the stars. Wow. Okay. Is it fascinating to gaze upon the land of men and see oh, they live, they die, and even there, one get more. Curious if anything was up here. Hello, fire lady. Oh, blood abomination. Ooh. Already fought one of these things before. Blood Sting. I don't think I have Blood Sting. I think I had a different version of Blood. Yeah, I didn't have a dual blood weapon. I got Blood Oath, I got Blood something else for one-handed sword, and I got Blood Sting, a two-handed one. Cool. I'm just skimming through this. You guys can pause and read. I'm gonna do a hard save. Wasn't expecting to go into this kind of.
Come on, inside.
A Weaver. What the hell have I gotten myself into,
Step
guys?
forward. After all,
Ooh.
you know me. Take off your mask now. It's your home. Welcome,
Hello.
little prince. Why the sullen look?
Who are you?
Aren't you glad to see me? You finally made it here. It must have taken quite a long time. So, you don't remember me? I'm afraid it might have something to do with the form in which I see you now. This body and soul, they're much different from what I expected. But to answer your question, I am the Weaver. And though it may be hard for you to believe, a part of you knows me all too well.
Oh, so King Arthur.
Because it is easier for me to address you this way than to accept that, for now, you are nothing more than a human. It is painful, but I must come to terms with it. It is a place where my prince was woven from the threads of pure potential. The Pale Lady was relentless in her desire to fulfill her vision of an offspring, modeled after those she watched so eagerly. It displeases me that you don't remember. I'd envisioned your return and our meeting quite differently. But now it all makes sense. Now I understand why you need that shard. Nothing remarkable. I simply exist in this place. That you ended up here is a mere coincidence. None of my kind have visited me in a long time, yet here I used to weave new Avalonians shaping them according to the intent and thought that accompanied their creation. Now the thread of potential is much weaker, though it seems this place stirs to life again as the Wyrdness returns. She was a powerful Avalonian, one of the oldest. She saw and desired far more than the rest of her kin, who were suffocating in their growing decadence. To live a life where one can do anything, it loses all meaning. When she discovered the homelands and learned of mortality and time, everything changed. We were no longer the same. It was as though the mere awareness of such things altered the way we lived. We could no longer exist as we once had. It planted a new emotion in us. Fear. You will find traces of her here as well. The stone tablets bear her mark.
Oh, okay.
I'm afraid I must admit that I don't know where she is now. It seems she retreated into her depths again after your king entered his eternal sleep. The true one, from which mortals are not meant to be awakened. Not like this. The shard of the prince's memory. It is shattered. Much like the fragmented memory of the king that lingers within you. I'd gladly speak with him, but something is preventing him from manifesting.
Oh. I was wondering why he hadn't said anything.
I don't know all the details. What I do know is that after our prince was murdered by our kin, his potential, what you humans might call a soul, did not perish.
Okay.
The prince had been deeply fascinated by humans, and so after his death he manifested in one of them. That person was Arthur, the man who would one day become your king. He followed his mother's fascination. Much like her, he gazed upon the land of men. But he wished to go further. He wanted to experience being human. So he built the menhirs, and to repel the Wyrdness. For us, the Four Dwellers, such a vision was both heretical and terrifying. Some of our kin could not forgive him for it. So, they killed him. It was the first time an Avalonian had ever slain one of their own.
Dude, I can't wait to watch a lore video on this game.
Arthur was a man, mortal like any other, but ambitious like few. But yes, his origins are far more complicated. This is a tale of two separate realities that, through a series of specific events, began to intersect, forming a single knot. Everything that has happened, and everything that will happen, is meant to decide the fate of that knot. And we, as you likely already know, have been pulled into all of this. Our meeting comes to an end. I regret how brief it is, but my role in your story was always meant to be insignificant.
Wow, that was just straight lore, baby. And I understood none of it. So the Avalonians, aka the Four Dwellers, the prince was one of them. The prince was fascinated with humanity, so he decided to help humanity by creating the menhirs that what's it called, repelled the Wyrdness. The Four Dwellers didn't like that because they thought it was like against, it's like abomination or something, like you're not supposed to do that. I don't know, something among that. And in retaliation they killed the prince, but the prince had a backup plan. He was fascinated with humans, so he sent his potential, his soul, into a human body, that human body being Arthur. That kind of gave Arthur. He was still a normal human, but it gave him a little bit more. Perhaps the potential to become more or something like that, and that's how he became King Arthur. I don't know. I'm kind of just like saying shit, but that's how I understand it. That is how I understand it. This might be the best bet.